I have to Google how to do anything. I'm trying to figure out now. I have this pop-up keeps popping up and I can't get rid of it. And I keep Googling, how do I get rid of this freaking thing? And I can't figure it out. I bought a second monitor. I didn't know how to hook it up. So, but I just know how to resort, I know who to ask or where to
Yeah.
go. So I never figure it out myself. I just know how to find answers.
I love it. Well, so Dee, you should have control. You should be able to like share the screen and stuff.
Okay.
And let me know if you can't, and we'll fix that.
Okay. So I spent some time on a PowerPoint presentation. So I'm going to show you that and talk through it. And then I want to give you time for questions at the end. And I am going to give you links to Karen Carr's information because that's where I learned everything. I saw Karen Carr at Family Reunion in 2019 and I said, oh, I like this stuff. This is me because I'm a frustrated actress anyway. So to be on camera was just like, oh, baby, sign me up. So I started with visiting. I'm sorry, am I talking too much? I started by going to animal shelters and because I love dogs and showcasing dogs that were kind of like the kind that nobody wants to adopt, not the cute fluffy kind, the pit bulls and things. And I started with that thinking that, well, if they like dogs then they'll see I'm a realtor but that doesn't work out. So then I started doing educational videos and that's when now I have 90.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. I love it. I want to hear more.
Okay, let's get started. Who does your video editing? All right, save that question, Tiffany. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. All right. That's my new grandbaby, by the way.
Oh.
She is a month old tomorrow.
She's adorable.
She kind of looks very kind of pissy right there, but she's really cute. Honest, I swear. Okay, come on. All right. Why is it starting at the end? Hold on. Why is that happening?
I was going to say, I don't speak Mac, so I have zero ideas.
Okay, here we go. Okay, YouTubing to attract clients. So, here we go. So step one, we're going to talk about people, and that's both clients and agents. The very first thing you want to do before you even get in front of the camera is to decide who you're talking to. Okay, who is your audience? Are you going to be talking to buyers? Are you going to be talking to sellers? Are you going to be talking to both people? But you want to figure out who that is that who you're speaking to, because then they'll feel a connection to you. Because as we know, people like we want them to like and trust us and feel like they know us, just like on television. Have you ever watched a show where you feel like that person could be your friend? It's really the same thing. So you want to show who you are, because then you'll attract people who are just like you. And the other thing is that agents are your competition. So I want you to do research before you even start and see if there's other agents in your market that are using YouTube. Probably not, but they might be. And if they are, they may only be doing listing presentations or neighborhood tours. Not a lot of people are doing what I do, which is to educate buyers and sellers. So just do that research first, because that's your competition. You want to be better than them. Okay, if they're just standing in a field talking about a town all the time, be better than that. That's easy to be better than. Okay, you want your videos better too. You want not just different topics, but you also want some pizzazz, and you want to be fun and really show your personality. Okay, don't just read from a piece of paper. Okay. We're going to have questions at the end, so please write down your questions and we'll get to them. Okay, I don't know if everyone knows what SEO is, but it's search engine optimization. So we want to be found on Google. So the keywords and the tags that you use in your title and in your tags themselves, those are super, super important. So every time you come up with an idea, you're going to type it into Google. And when you have keywords everywhere, it can tell you how many people are searching for that particular topic. Okay, so if there's a lot of people searching for it, but there's a lot of competition, then you don't want to do a video on that topic. But if there's a lot of, and by a lot, I mean between 100 and 900, a lot of people looking for that topic, but there's very little competition, there's your next topic. So let's say you wanted to do a video to talk about how to help buyers get their bid accepted in a multiple offer situation. So you would type in something along those lines, multiple offers, how to make an offer with multiple offers, things like that. And I lost my train of thought, but you would try it in every way that a buyer might search for that information. Okay, don't think of it like a realtor. Think of how a buyer would ask that question. How do I make an offer? How do I bid on a house? What's a multiple offer? Who wins multiple offers? How do I get my offer accepted? What are strategies to get my offer accepted? You're typing in all those things until you find the information that you need. Okay, so you want your volume to be between 100 and 1,000 and your competition to be under 0.3. So here is an example. I just did a video on flat fee brokerages like Redfin and whatnot. And so as you can see, I found that the volume was 280. So 280 people a month, which is a good number of people are looking for that information, but the competition was 0.56. That's a little bit high. I did the video anyway, because I really wanted to do a video on that topic, but that competition is very high. But if you look down here, and this is one of my most popular videos, is anything I do on divorce and divorce sales. You'll see that the volume was 110 a month, so it was less than flat fee brokerages, but the competition was 0.17. So there's hardly any information on that particular topic. And that's what you're going for. Good volume, low competition. Okay, also with keywords everywhere, you'll see that at the very top there, it's that same topic that I just showed you, but it also, keywords everywhere, also gives you a list of similar topics. You'll notice over on the right. So any of those topics are great titles and great topics for a video. Okay, court-ordered sale of house in divorce, selling a house after divorce agreement, how to sell a house when one partner refuses, forcing a sale of a jointly owned property. So you can see that there's high volume and low competition. So keywords everywhere is your best friend. Okay, and going along with that are tags. I use I want to call it an app, but it's not really an app, but it's called TubeBuddy, and that helps you with tags. So that's another way to get a lot of people looking at your YouTube channel. They're just short variations on the topic. So for this particular video, I used these following tags. So anybody who puts in anything, your video will eventually come up. Divorce, divorce attorney, selling during divorce, selling after divorce. Do I have to sell during a divorce? Divorcing, divorce selling, and it just goes on and on. Also, the tag should include your state, like real estate in Boulder, your county, real estate in that county, the towns that you work in, things like that. You want every video to be available to people who are looking for real estate in your area. So on top of the tags for the specific topic, you also want general tags. And I would, if you have room for more tags, I would throw in your name there as well. Sometimes you have to get rid of them. That's the first one I get rid of because hardly anybody goes online and says, I'm going to look up D. Webster. Okay, I'm going to take a minute here right now because that was a lot of information. So I want you guys to be able to ask questions. But I don't know how to let you talk. Anna, can you let them talk? Does anybody have questions?
Yeah, I think you can. It's unlocked, so you can unmute yourself here if you have any questions. And I was kind of playing along with you and following along here, and so I went ahead. I already put the keywords everywhere extension on Chrome, and I just and I'm on the TubeBuddy extension website right now, and you know, it looks like there's plenty of tutorials. They're super easy to use, but that was like nothing to get started with those.
Great.
And I just did it.
Yes, it is very, very easy. Okay, so another thing when you set up your YouTube channel is, now this is all before you even record, remember. So you need to set up your channel so that it looks professional. So when you put that video on, that video #1, that people go on your channel and no, they won't see a lot of videos, but they will see that you are professional. So your channel art is super important. You want your face, you want where you're located, you want your brokerage information, a tagline or a reason to subscribe, and your schedule. So on this next one, I'm showing you mine. So obviously that's my face. I like to use the word D in different things. So I have, and my last name is Webster, which is the name of a dictionary. So I thought that was kind of cute to do defining real estate. My schedule is I have new videos every Monday, my logo, my phone number and email address, where I'm located in Rhode Island and Southern Mass. And then I, of course, have to throw KW in there. Just a little. They don't care as long as they're there. Okay, and that color, by the way, it complements my logo color, so that's why I used that color. But I mean, you can use any color you want. And if you don't have a logo, you don't have to have a logo. But you really need your face, and you really need to tell people why they should subscribe to your channel. And I feel like defining real estate kind of says it all. You have questions? I can define that. Okay. Another piece of the art part of the video is that you need thumbnails that will grab people's attention. So when they search on Google and they're looking for how to FSBO even. I know that seems crazy that I would do a FSBO to help those people, but I'm hoping that they watch it and then they get stuck and nobody buys their house and they call me because they remember that I helped them. So,
my lip. Okay.
Okay, so you want your face on it. You want a clever title that is not the exact same title as your, as the title that you put in keywords everywhere. You want to really grab their attention, and you want consistent colors. So on mine, I use pink background for buyers and green background for sellers. And sometimes I put both pink and green, but I try to be consistent with that. Okay, step 4 is a call to action. You want to give them a reason to contact you in some way so that you can capture their information. So a call to action can be many things. It can be directing them to another video. It can be directing them to a landing page that has some sort of a guide on it, like preparing your home for sale, inspection checklist, how to buy a home in a competitive market, things like that. So you have to, you know, eventually gather stuff like that or create stuff like that. So have a CTA for almost every topic. And it doesn't have to be exactly that topic. For example, for my FSBO ones, I may direct them to how to prepare your home for sale, but I also use how to prepare your home for sale for anybody who's thinking of downsizing or thinking of doing repairs before they put their house on the market. So most CTAs can be multi-purpose. Okay, step 5, you're gonna record. You're gonna record your little face talking, and that's all that you have to do. No one cares what you look like, just try to look your best. I would say don't do it when you first get out of bed. I try to do all my videos on a day that I'm wearing makeup anyway. Today I put makeup on and I washed my hair, which I only do every 4 days. So I was prettied up today, so I recorded a video this morning before I went to a meeting and before I taught this class. So you're welcome. Show your personality as best you can. It's very hard at the beginning because you're nervous. Repetition will make you better. Make sure you use a lot of body language and your tone changes. Don't just speak monotone. Look directly into the camera. If you're using your phone, make sure, because you're looking at it like this, know where your camera is, because my camera is right here in the top, what is it, left, right hand corner. So when I'm doing a video using my phone, which sometimes I use my phone and sometimes I use my camera, it all depends on my mood that day, but make sure you're looking here and not here at your face. If you're looking right into the camera, you're looking into their eyes and they feel like they're getting to know you. Okay, and don't care what anybody else thinks. Editing can be done. These are some of the ones that I know that people in the course that I took use. I use WeVideo. I started with iMovie because it was on my phone and it was very simple. But once I wanted to do more, I went to WeVideo and I've never gone anywhere else. WeVideo is just fine. You can add text, you can add B-roll, which is like, say you're talking about, you know, being upset, you can put in a video of some woman crying her eyes out or something. It's fun and it makes it so that it's not just your head that they're looking at all the time. And this is my YouTube channel link. So if you want to write that down so you can, I'm just going to run and let my dog in because she's barking hysterically. Hold on. Write that down.
I love it. Who's making YouTube videos already? Like who's already out there kind of practicing some of these things? Anybody?
I am.
Good job.
Love it.
We in our company have once a month do a market update, and that is actually edited and recorded by a studio. So they set the green screen up in studio in our offices. And I've done those now for a year and a half every
Well,
month.
that's very fancy.
But yeah, what I'd like to do is more, because I was on your website and I checked it out, and I really was, I think those are great. And especially now, it's a great way to communicate with your clients and friends. So.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. So this is where I got started. So this is where I recommend you get started, is go on Amazon and order this book. It takes you through everything I told you in great detail. She has a Facebook page that you can join. And I can send all these links to you, Anna, if you want to distribute them.
Sure. Yep, absolutely. And then I have the video from today also that'll go out to everybody.
Great. Okay, and then these, I will also send you, this is the course that I took. This is a self-study course. You can pay for a private monthly coaching if you like. I've never done that, but I'm wondering if I could learn more from that. She's having a conference in Savannah, Georgia in October that I'm going to, that I cannot wait. So these are all great resources.
Mm.
And I'll send that over.
Did you say a conference, like a real live?
Yeah, like a real life conference.
Face-to-face conference. Oh,
Yeah, provided Georgia, you know, gets their shit together.
right.
And then she has a channel challenge where it's just like 5 steps to get going, like a quick kind of get up and running thing. So that is all I have for you. Let me get rid of this. Stop screen sharing. How do I stop it? There we go. Okay, questions?
Do you do any green screen stuff? Like what does your setup look like?
I bought all the equipment to do green screen stuff, but I don't like it. I don't like the background. I just like to have, I don't know if you can see behind me at all, but like I have a bookcase behind me. So I tend to just have that behind me. Or I have my hats on another wall, or I just put a cute background behind me in my office. I don't know. There's something about green screens. It just looks so phony to me that it just doesn't feel me. But great question. And over time, speaking of equipment, I have bought better equipment. Like I bought this camera. I mean, I told my husband it was for the grandbaby, but it was actually for YouTube channel. And it came with a shotgun mic, so that's worked out really well, because the mic that I was using that was clipping on my lapel kept picking up like kind of sounds. So when I started sending it to an editing person, they were like, "Oh my God, your sound is awful." So I got rid of that, and I bought this microphone as well, and that's for when I'm on the computer. But slowly, over time, I've got like 15 of these tripod things. I've got short ones, tall ones. I've got a ring light.
So anything that you'd say you can't live without if you're going to do YouTube videos, you have to have this?
I would say a ring light, probably. Everybody has a phone. You can always just prop it, but I would get a tripod and a ring light. Sometimes tripods, like my ring light tripod comes with a phone holder. So try to get an all-in-one thing. And a decent mic that is $20. Don't go and get a Bluetooth mic until you know that you are going to do this and you're going to do it regularly. Because the plug-in mic it's the same thing.
Okay.
Because you're not walking around, so you don't really need a Bluetooth mic.
That makes sense. And so you do your videos predominantly like in your office with that as a backdrop. Do
Yeah.
you do any, any like listing promotions, like I'm out on tour at the property kind of videos?
I do virtual tours of any listing that I have. What else do I do? I do neighborhood tours around my town because I really want to dominate the town that I live in, and which I'm still working on, by the way. But I want to be known as the person who, really knows each area of the town. So I take a tour and I just put my phone on a selfie stick and I stick it out my window. Sometimes I have my husband drive me around so I can get a better shot of the neighborhood, but if he's not, I just put it on a selfie stick, I stick it out the window, and I just drive really slowly around the neighborhood. I don't speak at that point. I narrate after I put the video together, and I talk about what the homes sell for in this vicinity, the amenities that are nearby, and the schools where the kids would go. And that's really all I talk about.
Nice. Nice. Well, you said you were going to mention your video editing. Is that the We video?
Yes, that's the
you
we
use for
video.
editing?
Oh, and I went on, somebody asked who I send my videos to be edited. I went on onlinejobs.ph. It's people in the Philippines, very hardworking people who are looking for jobs at $3 an hour.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh,
And I
that's-
mean, I put a job as a video editor because that's all I wanted. You're not going to get everything from one person. If you want a virtual assistant and a video editor, you'll probably have to hire 2 different people. But I went through 2 people. The first one was she was not a strong English speaker. So the text that she put on my video, the sentence was bad. The syntax was wrong. So I had to keep correcting her. So I found somebody else who ended up being cheaper, and she's really good. And she's really good at English.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Tiffany's got a couple more questions. Do you do an intro video on your channel?
Like a welcome to my channel video? Yes, I have one of those. It's about 2 minutes long, and I just set it up. Welcome to my channel. You're going to find videos here about to help buyers buy their home, sellers prepare their home for sale, and neighborhood tours around Rhode Island and Southern Mass. Very short and sweet.
Awesome. Are you using Canva?
Yes, I use Canva for my thumbnails and my channel art. Canva Pro, which gives you a lot of options, and it's not that much money.
Awesome. Let's see, we've got another question in the chat.
Oh.
Where do you put the tag words at?
So when you upload your video on YouTube, there's a section where you put your tag words. There's just a big blank square that you just put them in there.
It's one of those fields, right, where it starts typing and it kind of creates like that hot link for that's what that tag word is, right? Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm saying that right.
No, I don't think that. I mean, it might come up with some suggestions, but you want to put what you want to put. You don't want to necessarily, because sometimes if I put in real estate, it'll put in real estate agent, where I don't want to attract real estate agents. You know what I mean? I want to attract real estate in Rhode Island. And TubeBuddy will also give you suggestions of what the best tags are, but not everything they say is correct.
Okay.
I did a video on renovation mistakes, and TubeBuddy, Why do they have to bark at everything? So renovation mistakes and TubeBuddy kept saying renovators, you know, construction people and all those things. So, I mean, some were correct, but some were not. So you just have to watch what you do.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Do you monetize your videos?
I do not. I don't even know how to do that. I'm not really interested. I'm not, I mean, I could Google it and find out, but I mean, I know what it is, but I don't have any interest in that. I want to get clients.
What percentage of your business do you say comes from your YouTube?
Ugh, I hate this question because it sounds like I'm doing everything for nothing, but it's only a very small percentage right now. But what it does do is it gives me an opportunity to promote it at open houses. I had postcards made up with some YouTube channels and, you know, where to scan the QR code that goes right to my YouTube channel. You know, when open houses have people who are unrepresented, it works better. Right now we have scheduled open houses where everybody comes with an agent, but when life goes back to normal, that really worked well. I also use that information at listing presentations. People like that have a strong presence on social media because that's where buyers are looking.
Yeah, it gives you a lot of validity, I think, when you're, and I would say that's probably one of the biggest value pieces of it. It's not necessarily that you're getting clients from it. It's probably that you're winning them because they can go and check out and, oh yeah, you are a professional. Look at this. You've got 90 videos,
right?
You know, sharing your professional expertise. Yeah.
And it's not to say that other people don't get leads. I just find that because I live in an area where people don't necessarily long to live in, you know, like the agents in Savannah, Georgia, the agents in Florida, the agents in Colorado, you know, those people want to go there. California, Napa Valley. You know, they probably do better with people calling them directly for to hire them because they're relocating to those very cool places. Not a lot of people say, you know, I'm going to move out of this fabulous North Carolina house and move to, because I want to winter in New England. People just don't do that. So I believe, and Karen Carr, you know, she's my mentor and she coaches me, and she said that it takes longer for some people than others. And I think that, and she feels that I'm doing everything right. My thumbnails are good. Like I've made all the adjustments that have been recommended to me. And I think I'm pretty good on camera. So I just think it's just a matter of time.
Yeah. Well, Gina's asking, do you use a script or just talking points, or what does that look like?
Great question. So at the very beginning, I wrote out an entire script and I put it on a teleprompter and I read it off the teleprompter, which was right on my phone. It's an app on your phone. There's 10 to choose from. And, but as time went on, that was very helpful at the beginning because I was so nervous and I didn't know what to say. And I'm still not really good at speaking off the cuff necessarily when there's a camera pointed at me. So I needed that safety net. But over time, I felt like it looked like I was reading, kind of, sort of. And so now let me show you what I do have one right here. Where is it? I still write out a script. I just don't put it on the teleprompter and I just hold it in my hand below the camera. And because I edit it, it's okay. And I just look down and I memorize a couple of sentences. And I look up and I say those sentences. And then I look down again and I look up again. And I just edit out all the pieces where I'm looking down.
I got to tell you, that's kind of quietly brilliant, Dee. Because I'll try and put this script like next to my camera. And so now I'm not making eye contact with you anymore.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
even if I just put like talking points over there, I'm glancing over for talking points and coming back. I never thought of, I'll just edit around it.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
And if
Love
I was really good at speaking off the cuff, which I hope eventually I will be, I could do bullet points. A lot of people do bullet points and look down at them and look up.
Yeah.
But I have a blog on my website, not my KW website, because I won't let me do a blog of my own. So I have another website, and I've already written the script out, right? So I just take out the parts where I say, hi, I'm Dee Webster from the Dee Webster Realty Group. I just take out that paragraph and I post it on my blog. It's already done, twofold. Oh, there's 10 questions. Are we answering them all?
That's super efficient. Yeah, the next one just popped up. It's the only one we haven't answered yet. How long have you had your channel?
I believe I said I saw Karen speak in February of 2019. It took me I thought about it for many months, maybe 6 months before I really thought I really have to do that. Like it was niggling at me. And then I saw Jason Abrams speak, and he's the one that said, you got to do video, even if it's video about the dog shelter or something. And I was like, oh, I love dogs. So I called it Foster Friday. And like I said, I went to various animal shelters every week and posted them on Friday. So that just got me comfortable in front of the camera. And then I think I got really serious in December of 19. Yeah. Yeah. So 8 months.
Okay. Love it, love it, love it. Well, so any other questions that we can open up for Dee? I'm not seeing another one in the chat right now, and you guys can certainly unmute your mics if you want to. That eye contact is just kind of lost these days on Zoom, right? So is the high five.
Yeah.
Love the Zoom high five. Good to see y'all.
Nice to meet you all.
Absolutely. Well, Dee, so why don't you plug your beautiful little corner of the earth, because we might have some referrals for you. And there's no better thing when you get in front of a group of agents than to create that relationship that that creates that trust that gives referrals. So
yeah, absolutely. Yes, if you have any clients moving to Rhode Island, although why would they? And because it's so, honestly, people just don't move here unless they came to college here maybe and fell in love and want to stay here. It has some cool stuff. Absolutely. Providence has some beautiful things to offer. We have lots of ocean, and we actually have more ocean than any other state per water per land, you know what I mean?
okay. Yeah.
Because we have like 2 corners. We're at the edge of the United States. We have 2 corners. We're like a corner lot. So we have 2.
That's a good way to put it.
So
I love that.
It's really pretty. Newport is a lovely place to be, and the homes are affordable, much more so than Colorado. I know my girlfriend just bought a 2-bedroom home in the Boulder area, and she paid in the 800,000s for it and needed to do work on it. That was crazy. So you can get a nice home here for 350, 400, depending what town you're in.
Yeah.
800 around here will buy you a castle.
Love that. Love that. Yeah. In some parts of the Denver metro area, 800 will barely buy you a parking space, right?
Oh my God. Yeah.
It's kind of tough.
And
Mhm.
Southern Mass is the same price. Rhode Island's probably a little bit lower affordability wise, and Southern Mass, but I mean, we're talking $50,000 difference. But as you get more north, close to Boston, it starts climbing and climbing and climbing.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Do people commute out of your communities very often, or do they tend to live
Yeah.
and work in the same spot?
No, there are a lot of people in my town in Cumberland who are who work in Boston and the Attleboroughs, which is the bordering town in Massachusetts. They commute to Boston. There's a train station right in Attleboro. So yes, that's very popular because it's hard to find a home under $700,000 close to Boston.
Yeah. About how far away are you guys? Is it like an hour?
About an hour, yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad. I love it. Well, any other questions or burning desires to share for Dee?
And please share my email address and phone number as well. And you can find me on Facebook, and I'll send all of that to Anna and she will distribute it to all of you.
Awesome. Yep, we'll have the video from today. Dee, would you be willing to share your slide deck too? Because I had all those links
sure.
and stuff in it. That would be awesome.
Absolutely.
That would be awesome. Then we'll have the links and we'll be able to get y'all in touch with each other. You can find Dee on the Command Referral Network to request her to be a part of your network, so that you guys can stay in touch and you have a resource in Rhode Island and Massachusetts.
And I have resources in Colorado.
There we go. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Everybody who's on the Zoom today, and if you're ever looking for someone special, Dee, I'll make sure that you get connected with the very best agents because they're all right here. We're in the South Metro Denver area, in a fairly affluent suburb they call Lone Tree. They don't call it that. The city calls itself that, right?
Oh, I love somebody wrote, move to Rhode Island, it's a corner lot. That's our new tagline. That's our new state mantra.
It should go on your license plate.
I'm gonna call the governor right now and tell her to change it.
Corner lot. Oh, this is so much fun. Thank you for sharing and for making this so darn succinct for us. Like I don't feel overwhelmed at all. Like great. I feel like I could tonight go out and start my YouTube channel.
Absolutely, you can. You absolutely can.
Yeah.
Well, Anna, I'd like to say thank you for making the phone call to me yesterday and including me, even though I'm not part of the Keller Williams family. We're all in this together, so
absolutely.
I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
I knew it when we were on the phone, Pam. I was like, this sounds like something you would so get into. You're going to be really excited about it. So I'm really interested in that book too, and so we're gonna have to get together and compare notes.
Yeah.
Once all of this shakes out.
Good. Thank you.
Have a book club.
Well, we do. We were talking about that yesterday on the phone, and I have to get that book over to her. So it's called Essentialism. I would recommend it to anyone.
What is it called?
It's called Essentialism. It's a very short read, but there's a lot in it. And it kind of the long and the short of it is that, we all, kind of tend to say, oh yeah, I can do that. I can do that. And then all of a sudden, by the end of the week or the end of the day, you're totally overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And in reality, you don't need to do it, and you become more productive and more efficient when you really, think it through a little more rather than always.
Yeah.
Can I find that on Amazon?
Yep, Amazon.
Kindle?
Yeah.
Can I get on my Kindle?
I believe it is also on like audiobook, so you can put it in your car or put it on your phone and you've got it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Give and take.
That's right. It's a great way to share things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, that's what they say too, right? Every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else.
Yeah.
Right.
It could be something more important.
It could be. Yeah. So being able to be able to manage that and know what to say or what to say yes to and what not to. Does it align with your goals? Does it align with where you want to go? And how far will this take you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This was fun. It was so good to see y'all face to face. And Dee, I know Mega Camp's not going to be face to face, but my fingers crossed that family reunion is that I'll get to see you in Vegas.
Oh, you won't see me in Vegas.
No?
I don't like Vegas. I'm not.
Okay,
No,
fair enough.
I'm not doing Vegas. Sorry. If they could have it in a nice little, pretty spot, but they can't because there's so many of us. But
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
next year. I went this year and I went the year before, but not
Yeah.
not
Oh
next
goodness.
year.
We overran that little corner of Dallas this year, didn't we?
Oh my goodness. Yes. That
How
was-
many people do you have at your convention every year?
Oh,
That
20,000.
one's about 20,000.
Yeah.
It's huge. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
I think they said it's the largest real estate convention in the world.
Yeah, it can be overwhelming. There's so many people and it's so big and
Yeah.
it's so hard to get from one end of the conference center to the other. A lot of walking.
It is a lot of walking. It's good for you.
Oh
right?
yeah. 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 But I don't have to go there to walk. I walk
No.
here. Okay, people.
Good. Well,
I'll send that right over right now.
I love it. I love it. We'll have everything out as soon as the recording process is here within the next couple of days. So
Okay.
it was very good to see y'all, and we'll talk soon.
Thank
bye.
you. Thank
Take care,
you,
guys.
everyone.
Thank you, Dee. Thank you, Amy.
Bye.